Okay, this is TempleOS 5-minute random code walkthrough episode 91, and I'm your host, Terry Davis. And today, it looks like we are in the compiler back end. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what we have here. Power. Oh, this is a little known fact. In my language, I have a power operator for I equals 0. We can say y equals, oh, what am I doing? Y equals x to the power of, you use the backslash or the back single quote, x to the power of, let's say, 1.5, and then we okay, here we go. So let's see. There we go. So 2 to the 1.5. Anyway, so let's do one that's more recognizable. 2.0. Okay, so you can see I have a power operator. If you look on the in the help on operator precedence, you'll see I have the backslash operator. So that's a little known fact. So I guess we're going to look at the how it compiles. It turns out it uses a template, I do believe. Let's see where that is. I wonder why this is commented out. So operators have if it's ahead of time compile, then what do? We otherwise, if it's just in time, boy, I don't recognize what this is doing at all, to be quite honest. Are you sure it's power operator? Yeah, that is definitely the power operator. Oh, okay. Here it looks up in the symbol table for Syspow. Okay, so if we go, okay, now I understand what's going on. Okay, so if we go in the kernel under math A, I do believe there is a Syspow in here. Syspow, there it is. So this is a subroutine. It's floating point. Basically, you have to deal with logs and exponents and stuff like that. The x86 floating point is pretty nice. It does almost all the work for you. You just have to, let's see, there's change sign. What's the power odd? Y to the log base 2 of x. Okay, so I forgot what's the math formula for anyway, you have to compose it from the anyway, so that's what we're gonna call that function. So we find that export syssim in the hash table, and if it is ahead of time, then we have to I think we have to make an import. Yeah, we have to import that symbol, and so what that means is well, ahead of time, you don't need to worry about that. That's the kernel and compiler. So if it's ahead of time compile, we have to make an import entry, And once we have an import, all we have to do is call, don't we? We have to set up we have to push the parameter and then call. And it already has. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead and see what. Let's see what this unassembles into. Unassemble function main. So what we have is, looks like we load it into AX and DX. No, we don't do that. I know we push it, don't we? Oh, this is not a normal, this is an assembly function with the parameters in AX and DX. So there it's loading into AX, the exponent 2.0, and it's getting off the stack the X variable and putting it into DX, and then it's storing it into Y. Okay, so we're loading AX and DX, and then we're doing a call. So let's see. The simpler version is the just in time. All we have to do, we have the this is the value of the sys symbol, which is the address of the function, and B8, we're doing a 48 BB, which is a call instruction. I think it must be by process of, that must be what it is. Let's see. So we're doing a 48 and then a BB. Did I say BB? No. Where's the call instruction? FFD. We do immediate calls. Relative 32. We're doing a. We need to look for an E8. Is the call. What? There's an E8 right there. So if it's between. So there's, if it's a long, so it's checking for a call out of range. I never put code, I always put code in the lowest 2 gig. That's loading the address into a RAX and then calling RAX. FFD3, that's a FFD3 is, that's the register register memory version. So it's so here's what it's doing. It's looking in the symbol table for Syspow. That's a symbol table entry, and if it's just in time, all it has to do is if it's greater than 64, if it's greater than a relative 32 branch, it has to load into RAX and call it. Otherwise, it's just a call. And my rule is that all code goes in the lowest 2 gig. So I could remove this version here, but I don't feel like undoing work. Anyway, am I less committed? I don't know. So here's where it loads the RAX and RDX. If we go to if we trace this function, then you'll see what we're looking at the last pass, the code to make the last pass. At this point, the parameters are the parameters for the power are there. It's in F0 off the base pointer is one parameter, and the other parameter is an immediate. So it loads the parameters in, and then it calls the function. That's all it is. I guess we can look at the ahead of time has to the ahead of time is doing the RAX call. There's loading it into RAX. It's gonna patch the address with the import, and otherwise it's just loading the it's going to patch with the import. So the only difference in the ahead of time and the just in time is that it has to do it has to make an entry in the import list. And anyway, so when it finally builds the module, it has an import entry. So